So I wanted to move on to something. I know this is a hard transition, but boy, do we all know that I enjoy a good transfer saga. And Alexander Isak wants out of Newcastle. He wants out. I don't care how much oil money you have. I want to win something. And so Liverpool's like, hey, come on over. We like this. Let's do this. And Newcastle told everyone involved to go fuck themselves. So,
I mean,
like, let's talk
they have
about
a contract.
I want to talk. Well, I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about first, what do you guys think about this? What's best for everyone involved?
Well,
and then beyond that, like, what does this say?
Liverpool gave Alexander Isak their verbal agreement that they would sell him should a bigger club come around with the right offer. Liverpool came in offering 100 million, and they're like, that's not enough. Oh, sorry, computer says no. We need 150 million quid. So, and it's in English money, so it's not even US dollars. So it's English quid,
British pounds.
So
British pounds.
It's very expensive player, and he's desired. And the funny thing is, he's desired by Liverpool. And the crazy thing is, there was a player, a striker. I don't remember his name, but Liverpool ended up was in a battle with Newcastle to get this young striker's signature. Liverpool won it. Had they have not won it, and had Newcastle won this young striker's signature, there's a chance where they might be able to let Alexander Isak walk out the door a little bit more freely. Instead, they're like, we're going to be in a lurch here. And meanwhile, Liverpool themselves grabbed the striker they wanted. So they're finding themselves in a bit of a lurch here near Newcastle.
You know, like,
I'm not talking Wednesday.
The problem with Newcastle,
new on Netflix.
So it's funny you brought it up. Anyway, Newcastle like is finding the one problem is like sometimes the other team has money too, and so like I don't know, man. You know me, I'm extremely pro player, but boy, have these figures for transfers gotten out of control. Like, yes. You say like, oh, Liverpool wants to give them 100 mil, and they're poo-pooing it, and you think that sounds crazy. Like, didn't Mason Mount sell for like 100 mil? Like, dude, like didn't we've seen a lot worse like that. We've seen a lot worse. So like Isak in today's market is definitely worth 150 mil, but that's just so inflated though, dude. It's crazy. I can't remember who broke the 100 mil like threshold, but I thought it would be that would be the end of it. But boy,
Coutinho?
Oh boy, was I wrong.
Was it Coutinho or is it before that?
Dude, I remember when they broke the 20 million. I remember when Christian Vieri broke like the transfer figure back in the day, like in the 90s. That was like the thing that ended up in the Guinness World Record situation, Oh
God, what was it? 20 mil?
I think it was 20 mil. I got to look it up now.
That's crazy. So like, beyond his worth, like everybody knows he would make Liverpool better. Everybody knows he wants to go to Liverpool. Oh shit, that is a lot.
Well, actually, it was 28 million back in the day, but it'll be worth 49 million today.
I see. So, like, what's the right thing to do? Because like I'm pro player, I feel like if you're unhappy and like the club should move you on. Like it makes no sense to hang on to an unhappy player, in my opinion.
I mean, if he's unhappy, you don't want that kind of energy in your locker room. So, I mean, Newcastle can't, force the guy to be like, right away, this guy's not going to give you his 100% anymore. Like he wants out.
No.
So I think the best course of action for Newcastle is just to sell him, and reinvest that money in someone else that wants to be there. I think that'll be the best option. Like Otherwise, you're gonna have this drama play out for the rest of the season until the winter when you finally had enough and say, screw it, I'm gonna just go ahead and sell him.
No, what is Newcastle gonna do though? Go get Josh Sargent.
There are worse ideas out there. Let's not get that twisted. There are worse ideas.
They could always get freaking Gio Reyna.
I mean, I hate to say this for all you Newcastle fans out there, but like, this is a done season. You sell Isak, you take the money and run, and you don't have a striker because you're not going to find anybody for any good price. Like, it's going to be a panic buy, right? So you're going to have to ride out the first part of the season without a star. You know what I mean? I think that's the only thing you can do. That's literally it. James, if you are in charge of Newcastle, what are you doing right now?
Oh, this is easy. So they offered me $100 million, and I say, no, he's worth $150 million. And they come back and they say, no, he's not. And then I say, all right, let's cut the difference. 125 mil, he's yours. And
then Bayern calls and says, we got these cheeseburgers.
And Bayern calls and says, we got these. No, they got bratwurst. Bratwurst and brews. Bratwurst and brews. And they're like, we can offer you $140 million. And we're like, well, Isak, where do you want to go? I don't really think the difference of $10 million is too much, but I would let the player figure it out. Especially if you fucked around with here's the thing. They had a verbal agreement with Isak saying that they would sell him to a bigger club. So Isak feels a little betrayed here by Newcastle, a little let down. And that is the case. And I think that's a fair place to be, especially if this was discussed and woven into his contract discussions and voiced to him that a verbal agreement was made. It's so,
so like a certain expectation.
Yes. To honor them. Yeah. And then it could have been a very amicable split, so to speak. So that's where I'm saying, maybe they come around, they figure out like 120, 125. Because you're right, Toke, it's going to leave them, it's going to leave Newcastle in a lurch too, especially after Liverpool sniped their other striker. Now they're going to have to go find something with 125 mil and the EPL starts like next week.
It started last week.
It's already started.
It started last week.
The window's going to shut here, I imagine.
Yeah, at the end of the month, the window shuts and everything's terrible, right? But
September the 1st. Just like
honestly, let's put ourselves in the fan shoes real quick, okay? Let's say Chris Brady's got a deal from Tigres. It's fat stacks. But it might not be as fat as like the Fire we're hoping to sell him to like Wolverhampton, right? So and he's got a couple years left on his contract and he's like, no, fuck this. I want out. How do you feel as a fan? Are you yelling at him like, finish your contract? Or are you like, go on, get out of here?
I mean, as a player,
if you're delusional,
yeah.
If you're delusional as a fan, if you're gonna think that this guy's gonna like give you 100% on the field when he wants out, then you're just setting up yourself for failure because that's not happening. He wants out. You can't really. There's no way around that. Mm-hmm. I think plenty of us here have played Football Manager.
Right.
And even in Football Manager, a player wants out, he wants out. Like there's no way you can't. There's no cheat code to keep him on board.
Yeah, the cheat code's money, by the way, in Football Manager. So.
Sometimes I've gotten the whole I don't want to discuss contracts with you situation.
Oh yeah, then when it does reach that point, then it's just like, oh fuck, well he's gone. You're right.
When it does reach that point, or what?
No, it reaches a point in Football Manager where their agent will just no longer discuss contracts with you, and you're just like, well, that opportunity's gone for at least 6 months.
Damn.
At least 6 months.
Don't let the opportunity of hitting that like button pass you by, because I think, gentlemen, we need to take a quick break.